Okay, we are recording, and I want to welcome everyone to the Ladies in Marketing Zoom meeting. And we're excited to be here. This is really a great time for ladies to get together and talk about marketing as well as talk about personal development, because we know that we must invest in ourselves if we really want to be good online marketers and we really want to be good entrepreneurs. No matter what type of business that we are in, we have to invest in ourselves. So that's why we decided to add this aspect of our Zoom meeting, that we would talk about personal development. And we are studying, we are journeying together through the book Ask and It Is Given. Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. Jerry and Esther Hicks. I believe Jerry passed away not too long ago, I believe. But Esther still has things going on, and she's still hearing from Abraham, who is the non-physical being that actually communicates with her. And so we are journeying through that, and we talked about chapters 1, 2, and 3 of the book on last week, and we just there was a wealth of nuggets that were in there. And so if you're joining, let's see, we talked about, I'm just going to do a really quick review of that. We talked about in chapter 1 the power of feelings, and how, we need to feel blessed by wherever we are right now. We have to be content about right now. And I was looking for this book last week, and then I actually found it. And it's the Power of Now. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this book, but it really, by Eckhart Tolle. And it really talks about, how you need to kind of settle in your now. So many times we're always looking towards the future, and we never really experience, or even we never really feel blessed about our now and where we are. And so in the Ask and It Is Given, the power of feelings and feeling blessed at where you are right now. It also talked about that we have a purpose, and we were created with a purpose. And so that was in chapter 1. And then last week we talked about in chapter 2, do you know what you want? And so that was vital, turning turning back to your place of optimism. And there is nothing that you cannot do, be, or have. That was in chapter 2. And then it also talked about this concept of the evolution of desire. And even in the chapters that we're talking about tonight, they went back into this evolution of desire. And then chapter 3 was really powerful. It really stuck with me, that you create your own reality. Okay, you create your own reality. No one else creates your reality. Now, you can allow other people to really influence and upset your reality, but you actually create your own reality. And so we're going to venture in tonight into chapters 4, 5, and 6 that were just, wow, they were just powerful. When I was doing those chapters today, they were just absolutely powerful. But I want to begin our discussion by a couple of questions that really stuck out at me, and I thought it would be good for us to really kind of explore on tonight. And I want to have an opening question, this question. Now, it's not a simple question. It's not a simple question, but I think it'll be a thought-provoking question. And the question is, who are you? If you had to describe who you are without actually using a title, like I am a mother, or I am a father, that kind of thing. I am a teacher. I am a lawyer. If we didn't have to really think about those particular, I am a wife, I am a partner, that kind. If we didn't have to think about those kind of titles, how would we describe ourselves? Who are we? And so I thought we'd start there tonight. So whoever wants to jump in, who are you? Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Hey, Jacqueline, how are you?
Good. Welcome. You know what? Let me stop because we have some new people. And so why don't we stop that, hold that thought, and maybe we'll start with Sonia, then we'll go to Maria, and you can introduce yourself, just say who you are, and and where you're from, that kind of thing. Just give a general introduction so that we all can get to know one another as we build this community. Go ahead, Sonia. You're muted. You're muted, Sonia.
Hi, my name is Sonia Harris. I live in the UK. I am a mother and grandmother. I have a son who's about to turn 17 tomorrow, and my daughter's 33 and has 2 children of her own. I always say to people that, this 17-year gap, because I'm
going to pray for you, Sonia.
17-year gap because I couldn't cope with 2 children at once, and they've basically sort of grown up as sort of only children in a way. So they've had that kind of whatever. But yes, and I got introduced to the home business world. Probably around 14 years ago when my son was about 2, 3. And it was accidental. I think it's like many people looking for a way to bring some extra money into our household because we had lost one income. Didn't want to have to put our son back into nursery. And so you're just looking for something. Saw an ad, ended up going to a meeting, and this world opened up for me. It was about 3.5 years ago now that I turned to the internet, sort of hoping that I would have better success, believing that I didn't have to talk to anyone. Hoping that I'd be able to hide behind a blog and not talk to anyone. It's interesting, we're talking about being introverts. I'm very much an introvert, and so it's been a journey. It's been a journey. There's been some struggle in it, but I have found my path. I would say that I found my path, really, and I'm not looking. I'm really pleased that my path isn't a smooth one either, because with every obstacle that I come across, I grow as a person, and that's great. That's really great. So so that's me in terms. I love sharing. I love learning. I love sharing. So that's why I love the community that I'm in at the moment.
Great, thanks, Sonia. Maria, introduce yourself.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, that's fine. My name is Maria, and I am a mother of 3 little kids, and they are 6, 4, and almost 2. So like otherwise than Sonia, they are 3 children together, and they have always someone to play with. So for me, that's they are so busy during the day. They have to go to school, to swimming lessons, and they have to get up in the morning and have to get dressed, and they don't want to go to school, and there's always struggling. But when I now look back a year ago, there were more things to do, and now they are better. So for me, I started with online marketing a year ago. So I'm kind of a newbie because I don't have a lot of time to work on my business. So I do as much as I can, but with 3 kids, it's not that much as people who can work full time on this. But in the past year, I have learned so much, and I am from the Netherlands, and English isn't my first language, so and before my husband always said, you can't talk English, and you have too much of a Dutch accent. So most people in Holland can speak English very well, but I am lower than that. So I improved my English, and since I think the last 3 months that we have our mastermind workshop, and we are on a Zoom hangout like this, only with more people. And you also have to say and teach something on that workshop. And in that period of time, I improved my English more. And now I did make an ebook, also in English. So yeah, I'm learning, and I am connecting with people, and I love all the people here and in our mastermind group. That is on Saturday, tomorrow. And yeah, the most important thing you need is a community and people you like and trust. So you can, they can help you, and you can help them. So that will help you. You don't have to do this alone. So I'm very happy that we are here together as ladies on this workshop. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Joyce, welcome. Introduce yourself. You're muted. You're muted, Joyce. You see where the microphone is? Probably.
Yeah,
Okay, there you go. We hear you.
It's been a long day.
Is that your grandbaby with you?
Yes.
Precious.
My name is Joyce. I am a grandmother of 2. That's my youngest. My oldest is 16. I'm a mother. I have 2 daughters. Actually, I'm in Philadelphia.
Okay.
We're in the midst of a transit strike.
Oh.
So, yes.
Oh.
So that means I drive to work anyway. So I drive my daughter and drop her off, then I go to work, and then I come home and go back to get her. So it's been a long day.
I'm sure.
I am a nurse. I work in corrections, and I also work as a school nurse. So today was my school day, which made it a long day. My kids, I have wonderful children, but they were a little crazy today. Kids falling flat on their face. Kids deciding that they're having cramps and they're going to have an attitude with me. They paperwork, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. You know. So, and then in my prison job, it's easy because it's like, hey, I'm not doing this. Go away. But in my school job, I have to act nice. But in prison, it's like, if you're not getting it, go away. See you later. But I've been in network marketing about a year. I find that when you have to have these travel parties and talk to people on the street, that doesn't work for me. That really does not work. For me, nah. So I'm just discovering the world of internet marketing, and I seem to like it. It's just this learning the different ins and outs and how to do certain things. It's a learning curve. Now, I went to nursing school after the age of 50, and I was the oldest person in my nursing class. We would start out with 40. And if I can compete with 18-year-olds and 25-year-olds, and I was one of the 15 that managed to graduate with my license, I can do this.
Wonderful.
Maria, your English is wonderful. Your English is great. Bueno. That's a little bit of Spanish I have. Sonia, I love your accent. I just love your accent. This, for me, I like this because we get to know each other. We get to show each other something, things that I don't know, you know, teach me. I'm very teachable. I know nothing. I'll tell you, my nursing instructor would say, Joyce, what do you know? And I would tell her, I don't know anything. Nothing. I don't know anything. I have no clue. I can't. Just show it to me and I'll get it done. And she would say, well, you have to read the book. I read the book. I still know nothing. Show me. I'm very visual. If you show me how to do it, I can pretty much figure out what to do. You know, I was always taught, my nursing instructor said, well, just fake it till you make it, which is okay sometimes. But if you have a patient that's asking you a question and you can't think of a fake answer to give them, you know, or like I'm doing stuff, I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing. It looks like it's supposed to be done this way. Hopefully they won't realize that it's the first time I've done something. So this is new to me. I'm excited about it. I'm really enjoying it because come the first of the year, I am not getting my card go to anybody's job.
All right.
No, that's not going to happen. I love my little babies in school, but they've got to go. I love my inmates, and they got to go stay locked up. So I'm not going anywhere after the first of the year. So this is my whole focus. This is what I plan to do. I will do it because I need to go to Fiji and Tahiti and all other places next year. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. We're so glad that you are here. And this is the place. I mean, what we plan on doing here on Ladies in Marketing is that we want to begin our time together where we have a moment of personal development, because that is just so important for our growth. We have to invest in ourselves, as well as the second half of our time together will be an actual training. Last week, Sonia taught us about mind mapping, which was really great, of how to take notes using really these symbols and lines, and helping us, you know, to be able to process thought so that we can have something in front of us, especially like if you're doing Facebook Live videos and things like that. It was just an excellent technique. And so she shared with us about that on last week. Tonight I'm teaching, and I think I'm just going to teach about what I did during my hangout today, so that I can share that with you. And so that's basically our format. So we love having you here. Invite others to come. This is a space for ladies that we can kind of just hash it out. If you have a question, you're trying to do something, just bring it up during this Zoom time, and we will help you through it, you know, as best that we can. Sonia is the expert here. She knows a whole lot of stuff. She is a mentor to us. So I appreciate Sonia being here. So I'm going to go back in. Joyce, we are looking at the book, Ask and It Is Given. Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So if you can pick up the book, or you can put it on audio. I have it on audio on my phone, Kindle, or it's also on YouTube, I believe. The whole audio book is on YouTube. So we are going through like 3 chapters each time that we gather. And we normally, our time frame is from 6 to about 7:30, because we want to keep it early enough, you know, if you need to go do something, if you're on the US side, and then not too late for those that are in other countries like the UK and Netherlands, okay? And we have people from all over the place. We have another lady that is normally with us is Jovi. And she's from Italy or Switzerland, I believe. She's in Switzerland right now. So we want to keep, you know, time. So we really normally run from about 6 to 7:30. We try to cover whatever we can within that particular time. Okay, so you can kind of plan the rest of your evening, and you can get some sleep and all of that. All right. So we're looking through this book, Ask and It Is Given. And so I just did basically a review of chapter 1, 2, and 3. And tonight we're going to be looking at chapter 3, 4, and 6. And so you will be able to learn some of the things that we picked up, and then you'll catch up. The chapters in the book are very short, so you'll catch up in no time. But just before you came on, I was asking this question as an opening to our discussion tonight. Who are you? Okay, who are you? If you had to describe yourself without giving any type of, real role or title, like, you know, you are a grandmother, or I am a nurse, or I am a teacher, I am a mother, I am a wife. Take those things out, okay? How would you describe yourself? Who are you? Okay, so that's on the, that's what we're talking about right now. And so we can kind of just start the discussion. Whoever would like to say, okay, I think I can do that. Name a couple of things about who you are without any roles or titles. Okay? What do you think?
Well, someone said, asked me who I was, I would just say I'm just a very laid back, happy-go-lucky person that's trying not to stress myself out or stress anybody else out through this life. Just someone who just likes to enjoy life.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. All right. What about you, Sonia? Who are you? You're muted.
Keep forgetting. Yeah, this is something I think about. Anytime I kind of hear that question, a lighthouse. There's something about a lighthouse that comes up, and about a light, and sort of shine. I mean, obviously, the light of a lighthouse is there to help ships and stuff steer a path so that they don't come to ground on rocks, etc. And I think for me, in my core, it's always about I am happiest. I feel most fulfilled when I am helping someone, but not helping the way that I am the one guiding, but more that helping them to see that whilst there may be obstacles in their way, there is always a way through. And so, you know, my role really is to show them that actually, you know, there is a way through. They may have to sort of like create their path, but I can light things up, and then they can kind of steer their way through to their destination. So I would, yeah, because it's kind of associated with coaching, but it's just this thing about I just love being able to help people, but not do it for them. It's helping people to help themselves, really.
Okay, empowering people, right? Okay, thank you. Hi, Cindy. We're answering the question, who we are. Okay, if I ask you the question, who are you, without any titles or any role, like you know, I don't want you to think about I am a mother, I am a grandmother, you know, I am a teacher, I am a this or a lawyer. I don't know roles or titles. What would you say about yourself without that? So Maria, who are you? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, but I was thinking. When Sonia was telling, she is kind of like a lighthouse. I understand it, and I'm kind of like building myself at this moment. So, and I coach a person, and I am very dedicated to help a person, but I don't I'm thinking of an how do you say it, a word like Sonia did, but I don't know yet what I am. Is that the right question, right answer?
Okay. One of the hardest things for us to do, I think I had shared, I think it was on here, I shared that I have been a adjunct professor for about 8 years. And I just recently stopped teaching on the college and university level since I'm pastoring. And so one of the classes that I taught was Ways of Knowing, and it was philosophy and religion class. And one of the things I always asked my student when we started, for them to describe who they were. And they automatically would go to, oh, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a this, I'm a that. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Take all of that off. Who are you? And they stopped. They would go, I don't know. I really don't know who I am outside of the roles that I play. The roles that I play, I don't know who I am. So it's a difficult question, Maria. So it takes some thought. And so one of the things I want us to do is, that might be something we always start our ladies in marketing off with. Who are you? And so that you can build a list of basically I am statements. Are you familiar with I am statements? Okay. Powerful in personal development. I am. So, with me, if I have to answer that, who am I? You know, one of the things I'm an aspect of God. You know, that's me. I'm an aspect of God. You know, I'm an eternal being in a physical form. These are some of the things I say about myself. I am creative energy. You know, I am love. I am compassion. You know, I am joy. I am peace. You know, those type of things when we go to describe ourselves. And so maybe give that some thought, you know, throughout next week, and make a couple of I am statements about you. Okay, I am statements. And each week you can add another one. And you just share the one you added. This week, I am. Okay, so we want to start that practice of I am. All right, and it's really a tremendous exercise. And I had a friend of mine used to put this on her mirror in her bathroom. Okay, I am, you know, successful. I am an entrepreneur. I am, you know, I am wealthy. I am, you know, these type of I am statements. So every morning she would get up and look in the mirror and see these I am statements and speak them into her own life and into her own spirit. So let's make that a practice. Think about it throughout the week. Give us some thought and begin to start your own list of I am statements. And when we come together in Ladies in Marketing, let's share with one another. I've got one for this week. I am. Okay, that it's a wonderful exercise of personal development. Now, asking it is given is about, it's really a journey to know yourself. And you'll, once you start reading that, those that are coming on now, asking it is given is a journey to know yourself. And it's also about attracting in your lives what you really want. Okay. And one of the things that the beginning chapters were talking about, you got to know what you want. What are you trying to attract in your life? So that's my second question I would ask you right now. Okay, raised hand. Okay, I'm new to this. There we go. Cindy, I'm coming to you. Hold on. 1 second. I'm going to learn this platform. I really am. Okay, unmute yourself, Cindy.
There.
Okay, there you go. Who
like,
are you?
I am a caring servant of God.
Yes, love it.
I just started reading the book I Am. So I had to start. I chuckled when you started with this.
Oh,
I
wow.
got a couple of chapters.
That's amazing.
But I looked at my husband the other day because he said something that ticked me off. And I looked at him and I said, I am a very good wife to you. I didn't know what to say back. That was the end of the conversation as far as he was concerned. Headed off an argument.
I love it.
I learned something, you know. I am a good person.
Right.
You know, and it is, I don't want to say character build, it's a spirit building.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Experience.
Absolutely.
So that's why I like what you're saying there. That's why
great. And that's interesting that you're reading the book. That's terrific. That is terrific. You're attracting. See, that's what we were talking about, how we attract things into our life. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that tonight. But I wanted to ask you to think about, what do you want? What do you want to attract in your life? And so if you had to respond to that and say, give like 2 things that you want to attract in your life, or 3 things that you want to attract in your life. And so let's think about that for a minute, and then let's respond. Whoever has it, then just start responding. Okay, this is what I want in my life. I want to attract. And the thing is with this, with personal development, many times we will say it's almost like wishful thinking, but we don't want it to be wishful thinking. We want it to be something that we actually attract into our lives. So sometimes it's like you have to give it a time frame. You know, I want to attract in my life, blah, 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 within the next blah, blah, blah. Okay? So let's think about it. Who wants to start it off? Joyce? Was that a hand raise? You want to start it off? All right. What is it that you want to attract in your life? And make this a list as well. So you have your I am statement list, and now you're going to have a list of what do you want to attract in your life.
You know, I really would like to attract people on a spiritual level where I am or higher, that I could learn and grow from them. I'm always looking to attract spiritual people.
Okay.
That's one of the things I really, really enjoy. I love people with the same spirit. You know, we enjoy the same things spiritually. And what I don't know, I want to learn from them. If it's something that I can, you know, a give and take situation. That's why apparently I'm drawn to you, because you are spiritual. I've been following you for a while.
Who me?
Yeah. Since you started this, I don't know how long you've been doing this, but you know, I kept saying, who is this person? I know some Gilchrist's over here. So I've been listening to you when I get a chance, you know, at work and stuff. I want to attract spiritual people that are spiritually hungry, that we can feed each other. That's what I would like to do.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Who else? What do you want to attract? What do you want to attract in your life? Maria? Unmute.
Yes. What do I want to attract? First of all, business-wise, I want an extra 3,000 euros for me a month, so we can have vacations, because we didn't have a vacation this year, and the whole family missed it very much. So that would be more happy, and also not to be scared before the end of the month that we can't go to the supermarket to do groceries. So, and also I want to pay off all of our debts, and maybe want to move to a bigger house, because we have 3 children, and 2 sleep in the same room, and yeah, that's not not very nice. They keep them awake, so that's one thing. And the other thing is kind of like what Joyce said. I want to have a lot of happy people in my surroundings, my family. I love coming together with my family, and I have a diverse, my mother and father divorced, so I have kind of 2 families, and my my family from my husband is Turkey, so that's also a lot of difference. And I want that all in peace and in health, and I want to grow spiritually. I'm busy with that, and I love to meet other people who are like-minded, who are like me, and I can connect with them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Sonia, what do you want to attract?
So this is how I'm going to say it. It's the 14th of January, 2018. I'm sitting here and I'm feeling really excited. That excited feeling just it's happened. It has happened. I knew it would happen, and it's happened. I'm sitting here. I don't have to drive the commuting to work because I'm now working part-time hours at full-time in my business.
Oh.
So over the past year, my business has grown to the point where it's now giving me an income that's allowed me to walk away from my 9-to-5 job.
Wow, that's great.
I'm now working with people that want the same thing as I do, that just want to help other people, you know. So it's a very you use the word empowering. I work in it's very interesting, Joyce, because I'm a probation officer. Well, I'm a senior probation officer, so I'm a manager, but I work with offenders in the community as well as in the prisons. I've been in the prison for a while, actually. So it's very toxic. So I am breathing in. The air, it just feels really pure, and my life just feels really pure. So.
Cindy, thanks, Sonia. Cindy, what do you want to attract in your life?
The first thing is peace. I just want to feel at peace.
Yeah.
I'm an alcoholic recovering. I've got 4 years. And I want to help more new recovering alcoholics that come into the AA program.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 sponsees that rely on me more for the troubled times than the good times, and I'd rather they call me the good times too. That in itself brings me peace when they do it, when they have something exciting. They've moved forward. I have one that I don't really sponsor anymore, but she's got 3 years of sobriety now, and I get to see her accomplishments on Facebook, and I get to talk to her, and that brings me a lot of inner peace.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps me sober, and you know, the self-development has helped me be able to speak out at meetings and not just sit there and have the discussion in my head. I can actually verbalize it. So I've moved a long way since I've, entered this field. But the peace is all around in my life. Almost every aspect, I just want to feel at peace.
Yeah.
I've had so much inner turmoil, even trying to enter this business because my husband is not supportive. And I was starting pretty good, and then I dropped off because I took a full-time job, which is away from the house 11 hours. So it doesn't leave me a lot of time right now. But I guess I'm not actively working on so much prospecting or that, that part of it. But the self-development helps me. That's why I'm hanging on. Not hanging on, but participating.
Mm-hmm.
I might not make the Saturday nights because I work a lot of Saturday nights, but I sure watch the reruns, the replays.
That's great.
And I went back and watched some of yours and some of Sonia's. I haven't, and with Maria with Sonia, but I love the Facebook Lives.
Mm.
And I watch them. Like today, I was on live with you, and you were great, just great. On your luncheon.
Oh, the hangout. Oh, terrific. Thank
And,
you.
you know, you go through, but your personality just shines, just shines.
Thank you.
So I guess the peace part, but you know, I take little bits and pieces from all of you when you're speaking, and you know, yeah, it's a recording, and maybe I should comment on your Facebook a little bit more and let you know how much I appreciate you all. And but let me thank you for letting me participate. I really appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. And we celebrate and your sobriety, and you know, you can lean on us. That's what, you know, this is all about, you know. And the fact that you don't have, you know, a lot of time, you know, to put into, you know, doing some of the online marketing, just take the time that you can, you know, if it's an hour, if it's only 2 hours. I had to get to that as well, because my schedule is very sporadic as a pastor, as well as, you know, the different other things that I have going on. Sometimes I get really tight for time, but I had to learn that whatever time I have, utilize that to the best of my ability and get some things done. So maybe I'm only going to accomplish one thing on that day, and it might be just doing a video, and that's all I can do on that day. But then I do that, and then I move on to something else. And then as more time becomes available, then I can add more to the business. So it's a process, and you've got to, you know, get comfortable with the process. You know, the more time you can put in your business, then you put more time into the business, but try to accomplish something each day. So, you know, thanks so much, Cindy, for sharing, and we're so glad that you're here. If I was to ask myself that question, you know, what do I really want and what do I want to attract in my life? I'm right with you, Maria. I need to attract $3,000 per month, more per month. That's what I need, and that's going to be a good place for me. That's a good place for me. I am not interested at this time in my life to necessarily give up, so to speak, my 9 to 5, because I'm a pastor. It's a little bit different. That's a call for me. That's not like a job, you know, even though it is, but it's not really a job. It's a call for me. So it's not like I'm trying to walk away from that. That's a part of me and who I am. And so, but I do want to make $3,000 more per month. That would make my household would be very comfortable, you know, with that. I also would want to attract in my life, I want to attract more leads that will lead me to more clients, meaning I'm able to make more sales. I'm in the health and wellness business, as well as it would help me to make I also want to attract in my life more customers, meaning I'm able to build a team. I'm able to build a team, have more customers and more clients. I want to attract that in my life. I want to also attract in my life, because of my pastorship, I want to be able to attract more parishioners to my ministry, to my church. You know, I want that opportunity to be able to share and make a difference in the lives of people. Spiritually, I'm a holistic pastor. So it's not just that I'm looking to help people spiritually. I want to be able to help them financially. I want to be able to help them, you know, physically, to be able to better their lives by being able to give them value, something that can help benefit them in some kind of way. And I want to be able to attract in my life L1. I want to make L1 within the next 3 to 6 months. I really, really do, you know, and so I'm working hard to get, you know, my different platforms and things together and master really video. That's the kind of, that's the platform or the strategy that I'm really focusing on, and that's video marketing. And so I really want to focus on that, give it my best, and I want to be able to attract into my life L1 in my marketing system. So those are the things I want to attract in my life. So let's, you know, make that list and let's think about that. You know, each time we gather, what do you want to attract in your life, or how are you doing with the things that you said that you'd like to attract? And so it's almost like goal setting. Okay, it is goal setting. It's goal setting. So if you were to set 3 goals for yourself and you say, okay, these are the 3 things I'm going to work on, no matter what it is. My goal is I want to get my blog up. I've been working really hard on that. I'm almost there. Getting my blog up, okay? That's one of my goals. So you know what you could do? You could have a business goal. You can have a personal goal, okay? My personal goal is I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to lose way more than that. I need to lose 50 pounds, but I need to chop it off a little bit. I need to lose 10 pounds in the next few months, you know, that kind of thing. I don't want to be very quick at it. I want to take my time, but let's have a physical goal. Let's have, a personal goal. Let's have a business goal. Okay. And then, another goal, whatever that might be. Let's just think about 3 goals that we want to attract in our lives. Okay, that we can kind of keep each other accountable to and say, okay, how are you doing with that goal, Joyce? Or how are you doing with that goal, Maria? How you're getting closer to it? What are you doing to help you to get closer to that goal? And so we can support one another. Okay, great. So I want us to do a quick, what we do with the book is that based on the chapters that we were going to read, chapters 3, 4, and 5, we share something we got out of it, something we got out of those 3 chapters. It could be, I'm just going to put it out there so that we can keep our time is, okay, we read chapter 4, 5, and 6, and if you can give like 3 nuggets, maybe something from each chapter that you really got, it really connected with you. You've been thinking about it since you read it or heard it, and you're going to implement it within your life. It's something that empowered you. Okay, so let's start there. And those that have not read it just yet, no problem. You'll get the nuggets from tonight, and then you'll be able to continue with us. Okay, so let's see. Who would like to start? Maria, you want to start? Give us your nuggets from chapter 4, 5, and 6.
I haven't got the book.
Say it again?
So I haven't got the book.
Okay.
I don't have the book.
Okay, no problem. Sonia?
Just to say that YouTube, the book is actually read by Jerry on YouTube.
Okay.
The whole book, so you can get access to it free. Right, okay. With chapter 4, the main thing for me is this whole thing, people, so we put forward a desire, we have a goal, we want to get somewhere, and it's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? When are we going to get there?
Mm.
And so what can happen is that you can get frustrated and sort of angry and stuff because you're not getting there as fast as you would like to get there.
Mm.
And what's actually happening is when we talk about sort of vibration, is that what we've got to be able to do is to hold consistently. So there's a vibration in relation to the desire that we want. And the best way to explain that, in the book, they talk about radio waves.
Yes,
And
yes.
so if you wouldn't switch the radio to 101 FM if you wanted to listen to 98.3 FM, because different radio waves. So it's the same with the vibration. So there's a vibration that we set off when we desire something. But if we are frustrated, impatient, that's a different vibration, and it's not in alignment with that vibration of our desire. So for us, really, it's about what we learn in chapters 1 to 3 about our emotions and feeling good. And so that kind of leads on to the next bit, really, is about being intentional. So if you understand that, your focus really is about aligning yourself with the vibrations of your desire. So that's what that's your, it's being intentional. So if we understand that we can create, we can create our reality, then it's understanding that, you know, we've put out our desire. It's already, we've asked, and it's already been answered. It's already there. But obviously we're resisting it. And we're resisting it because whilst we're saying, yes, we want it and we desire it, we've got doubts. Or even we've got, and it was interesting, I read the word unworthiness, because if we think we don't deserve it, that is also resisting and being out of alignment as well. And the third chapter is where the sort of the radio bit actually came in. But it's also all about where our attention is. And this is very interesting because in other contexts, you know, we're told, you know, write out your goals, say them every day, and focus on them. And, you know, I'm not very consistent with that, but it needs to be in our mind. It needs to be there all the time. We need to be, our attention needs to be on it, because what your attention's on is what you're going to move forward on. Okay. And it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That you need to be kind of focused on it. So that's I mean, I found that those three chapters, that they're really kind of linked together. They're sort of flowing through from what we learned from chapters 1 to 3. And that, you know, our emotions are on our GPS, you know, so you can tell whether you're moving towards or away by just knowing how you feel. If you're feeling good, then you're in alignment with your desire. If you're feeling bad, you're not in alignment with your desire. And so it's about becoming conscious. And what I've been doing, I know I've been very, very conscious of that. As soon as I kind of feel myself kind of having any kind of doubt or thinking, I just acknowledge it, and I just kind of guide myself back. Mm-hmm. It's been a really lovely feeling. It's not forced or anything. It's just, it's been really lovely being able to do that.
Right. That's great. Yeah, these chapters were powerful, Sonia. The nuggets that you just shared that you got from it, it was really powerful. And some of the things that I got were exactly the same things. I got stars. I've got my notes. I got notes that I took, you know. And some of the things that came out is, we must understand, you know, that everything is vibrational, and that's like, you know, it all through the book so far, everything is vibrational. And you ask through your intention. And this is what really stuck out for me in chapter 4 was, you are asking even without the use of words. That's right. Okay. You are asking even without the use of words. And you're gonna get it even if you don't want it. You know, he talked about that. You're going to get it even if you don't want it, based on the energy and the vibrations that you are putting out. And so even if you're not using your words, your emotions, everything else, you are drawing whatever that is into your life. And he also talked about in chapter 5 that, you know, we're getting a formula actually of how to look at our world and our reality. And he talked about how we are vibrational beings, and we translate our world through our senses. And Sonia talked about that, how the importance of our emotions. And he shared how with our eyes, we translate vibrations of what we see, or with our ears, we hear those vibrations. So our senses have to do with everything. So that's how we translate things within our world. And so we've got to pay attention. He called them, what did he call them? Emotional interpreters. That's what he called them. Emotional interpreters. And so emotions are are vital. And then in chapter 6 was really where it really hit me because he talked about the law of attraction and the most powerful law of the universe. That's what he called it. The law of attraction is the most powerful law of the universe. Every thought is a vibration. Every thought radiates a signal. Every thought attracts. And so we had talked about last week how thoughts become things. And we have to understand that thoughts are powerful. And then he gave this definition. And this kind of goes with Joyce was saying, you know, I want to attract people that are like me and whatnot. And so he said, the law of attraction says, that which is like unto itself is drawn. That which is like unto itself is drawn. And it's so interesting because Cindy, we're talking about I am statements, and Cindy goes, wow, I'm started to read that book about I am. And I just said that to my husband, I'm a good wife, you know, and so, you know, that which is like unto itself is drawn. So, you know, we've got to ask ourselves, you know, what are we attracting? You know, what are we channeling into? Because it's truly going to determine what station, you know, our life is on. Like Sonia just shared, you know, we can't have these mixed stations. You know, whatever we are tuned into or whatever we're attracting, that's the station that we're going to be on. But we really want it on the jazz station. I love jazz, but I might get this hard rock, you know, if my stuff is not lined up correctly, you know. So I got to make sure that I'm tuned into the station that I really want to be on. Or I'm going to have this hard rock, chaotic stuff happening within my life, and that's not where I want to be. So he talked about what are you giving your attention to, and Sonia talked about that. We got to be careful. Whatever we are giving our attention to is giving off a vibration which equals your asking and your point of attraction. So whatever we are focusing on, whatever we are giving our attention to, that is exactly what's going to be manifesting in our life. That is so powerful when we really think about it. So we talked about last week how we create our own reality. This is what we're creating. Whatever we're giving our attention to, that's what we're creating. That's what we're attracting to ourselves. Whatever you give your attention to, and this is what really got me. It just like went bam. He said, whatever you give your attention to, by law, it must come to you. By law, by universal law, it must come to you. So we've got to make sure that we are attracting the right stuff by the attention that we're giving it. If you put your attention on what you don't want, that is what will be attracted and manifested within your life. What you don't want. So if you say, you know what, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be, and you're just constantly thinking about being broke. I don't have enough money. That, you're just keeping that within your life versus you saying, you know what, I'm wealthy and rich. I'm financially independent. You know, I'm a successful business person. You know, I'm an L1. Yes, I am. You know, and we're going to be able to attract that in our life because that's what our attention is on. So our I am statements are going to help us with our personal development of becoming what we say we are. Okay, becoming what we say we are. You know, what we want to attract in our lives, putting our attention on what our goals are, our dreams, until they're manifested, because we're speaking them into the universe, and we're keeping our attention focused on what we want and what we want to attract in our life versus what we don't want. I said last week that I read something, I don't even know, it could have been in this book that I read a long time ago, but it was something I read, and it talked about how the universe is like a genie in a bottle. And basically the genie comes out and you say, I'm just broke. And so the genie says, yes, you are. You are broke. So the universe just says, whatever you say, whatever you are thinking about, like we just learned, you don't have to even speak the words. It's just our intention. It's what our focus is, what our attention is on. That's what we're going to manifest. So if we have our attention on, we're not going to be successful, the universe says, your wish is my command. You will not be successful. And that really stuck with me. Like, wow, you got to watch what you think. Yes, because thoughts become things. You've got to watch what you say, because I'm going to go in the pastor mode. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. And you've got to watch your emotions, because all these things are about the law of attraction. And that's what we will attract in our life. So I want to attract some good stuff. I want to attract some good stuff. And so, you know, this is what chapter 4, 5, and 6 was about. And I want to end what I got out of it by this, because this, I just got circles and stuff here. And he talked about the art of allowing. The art of allowing. We've got to allow what we want to come into our lives. Okay? We've got to allow what we want to come into our lives. And so, you know, I started thinking, because I have lost about 72 pounds. I've got like 50 more to go. And I can't seem to lose these 50 pounds. And when I was listening to this today, I was like, oh my goodness, that's why I can't lose the 50 pounds. Why? Because I keep saying, I can't lose this weight. I keep saying, good Lord, this weight will just not leave my body. I can't lose this weight. I'm just keep messing up, or whatever the case might be. And I didn't realize the universe is saying, your wish is my command. You said you can't lose it. No, you can't lose it. And so it's not going off the way that I wanted it to go. So this book is powerful. Sonia, thank you so much for even recommending that we read it and we study it together. There's just so many golden nuggets that are in it. And so before we end this particular section and go in the last couple of minutes, I'm going to do a fast recap of what I did today on the Hangout as a training aspect. Is there anybody that wants to say anything else about Ask and It Is Given?
Okay. Hi. I guess I've got a question. What book are you referring to? This is the first time I've been on here, and I don't know what book.
Okay, the book is called Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Ask and It Is Given. And so we're just taking about 3 chapters, because the chapters are very small. And we kind of just read them, listen to them, however, you know, we're getting it. And then we share like 3 nuggets that we've gotten, one nugget from each chapter. We kind of just give an overview of how it empowered us, what we got from it.
Okay. And I heard that this is online on YouTube?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's on YouTube. The whole audio book is on YouTube. So Maria, you can get it on YouTube.
Okay. And I also want to say thank you. My grandkids are behind me, and the noise is going to start.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to get off. I'll listen to the end on the replay of it.
Okay. All right. And I'm learning how to post these replays to our group. Cindy, we'll add you. I have to add you. I don't think you're in that group. I'll add you to the Ladies in Marketing. We have a private group.
Oh, okay.
So I'll add that to you, and that's where our replays and different things throughout the week that are posted that are inspirational, also that will help us with business tips and things like that will be in the group.
Oh, I
I'll
love
add
that.
you as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, Cindy.
Bye-bye.
Cindy. Okay, so
Jackie?
yes.
I was thinking maybe we can also put the link to the. I've looked on YouTube already, and maybe we can put the link on so everybody can find it.
Okay.
Book.
That'll be good. Sonia, can you put that link in our group? Okay, because she knows exactly where it's at. She can put it right in the group. Okay, and also Sonia posted something in the group by Lisa Nicholas. So you want to watch that video, okay? And so Joyce, I will add you to that group so you can get access to all that stuff. And so make sure you're posting in there, you know, share. If you have even questions, you know, post those in there. And so when we go on to there, we can answer them, okay?
Lisa Nichols is awesome.
Yes.
She's awesome. She is awesome. Yes.
Yes.
I'm so glad that I don't know how I stumbled on this, but this is wonderful. And I'm telling you about this book.
Terrific. All right, so I'm going to take the next few minutes just to quickly go through a quick recap of some of the things I shared on the Hangout on today. And so I'm going to, and I'm learning, so I hope I do this right. I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right, I think I go here. Share my screen here. No, that's not what I want to share. Let me go here. Ah, there we go. Okay, can everybody see that? Okay, so today on my Hangout, I'm gonna get this in this mode so I can go through the slides quickly. I did a Hangout today, and my topic was how to become a video ninja, because that is the marketing strategy that I am focusing on. I believe I think everybody here is in the MLSP system, and we know that we're trained to try to focus on one marketing strategy at a time, especially for us that are new, and I'm a newbie, all right? And Joyce shared that, you know, she's just getting into the system and learning as well. So you want to focus on one particular strategy, and I have chosen the strategy of video marketing. And so I did a training today on my Hangout. How did I go about doing this training as a newbie? Whatever I've been learning about video marketing, that's what I share today. So the Hangouts that I'm involved in, the webinars, my mentors, the things that I'm learning from my mentors. Sonia is one of my mentors, Dave Reineke, Katie Stage, Danielle K. Howell, you know, so my mentors, things that I learned from my mentors, I'm able to put these notes together, and I'm able to do this Hangout. How I got to do this Hangout was actually from my mentor, David Reineke, okay, who said, Jackie, you need to do a Hangout. And I looked at him and I said, do what? Because I didn't even know what that was all about. And so he shared with me, and he talked with me on one of our workshops, and he said, go ahead and do it. And he has been such a great support. And so I'm doing this Hangout each Friday at 12:30 Eastern time. And so I talked about how to become a video ninja. So I'm going to go through this really quickly just so that you can get an idea of what I talked about today. Also, the replay is in YouTube under the Pastor Jackie Show. Okay, the whole replay is on the Pastor Jackie Show, because I'm going to move quickly to keep our time. So I started out with saying why we should do video. And I shared that video is important. It's powerful because people are really able to connect with you in a more authentic way. Meaning video, you're real. People really get to see, losing my voice, people really get to see who you really are. You know, they're able to see your facial expressions, your hand gestures. They're able to, you know, see what you find funny because you laughed at a joke or something like that. They're able to hear your tone, the tone of your voice, or they're able to see your emotions, that kind of thing. So video is really powerful, and it is a must for online marketers, because through video, people get to know you, like you, and trust you, all right? Through video, people get to know, like, and trust you. Okay, we've got to have a video mindset, meaning we've got to get over our fear. And video is tough for me. It's tough for me, but I'm getting better at it. And I was listening to something, and it was one of the top leaders in online marketing, and he said, what is fear? Fear is simply bad management of your own mindset. That's what he shared. Fear is simply bad management of your own mindset. Okay? And how do you overcome your fear? You practice, practice, practice. So there's no other way to really overcome the fear, but whatever you're afraid about, then that's what you do. You do it and you keep doing it and you keep doing it. You practice, practice, practice until you're no longer afraid about doing it. So that's why I'm doing more with video. I'm doing these hangouts so that I can practice and get more comfortable with being in front of the camera. Now, my next obstacle that I have to overcome is practicing Facebook Live, because I absolutely hate Facebook Live because you're out there raw and uncut and all that kind of stuff, but that's what people really want, you know? They really want the real you. And so that's my next thing that I have to overcome, is doing Facebook Live. Some other things I shared today was, you know, you've got to have a purpose for doing your video. Okay, to be a video ninja, you want to have a purpose for doing your video. There's got to be a point to doing the video. You don't just want to do a video just for the sake of doing a video, but you want to know why you're doing it. You want to know what value you're going to be offering to your audience and listeners. You also want to know what you're going to achieve. Okay, and so some of the things you want to think about: what do you want to achieve? Do you want to achieve just getting more views on your video? Do you want to achieve, driving visitors to your website or blog? Do you want to achieve promoting a particular product with your video? Do you want to get more subscribers if your video is on YouTube? Do you want to get just comments, likes, and shares on that video? What is it that you really want to achieve? And then you want to think about, what do you want people to leave with when you're done? Do you want people to feel motivated when you're done? Do you want people to feel inspired when you're done? Do you want people to feel educated when you're done? You know, do you want to give your opinion about something on your video? You always want to think about solving a problem, and that's something that we have to learn how to do when we're doing video. Our purpose really for doing that video, besides trying to motivate, inspire, educate, we want to solve a problem. And one of the top leaders in video marketing is, what's his name? Mark Harbert. And he talked about how you got to push on the pain. Okay, when you're doing a video, you want to push on the pain and you want to give an answer to a problem. Okay, these are some things to keep in mind. What do you want to do? What is that video's purpose? Is that video's purpose to give news and information? Is that video's purpose to build a community and just make a connection with other people? So you want to have a purpose for doing the video. Don't just do a video, have a purpose. A person who is excellent at this is Sonia. When Sonia gets on Facebook Live, she is focused on what she's giving. She gives so much value to whoever is listening and her audience. She is absolutely excellent at knowing what her purpose is when she goes to do a live video. And so I watch Sonia all the time. She's truly an inspiration to me because she's such a teacher and she just gives such great information. Things you want to think about also before you record. You want to make sure that you have developed your content, meaning you've thought about it. You've given some time and thought about what you're going to bring before your audience. You want to research. You want to do some research on who's your target. Sonia did an excellent presentation of this about your avatar. She talked about her avatar, and Katie Stage did it as well. And they talked about their avatar, meaning your target audience. Who are you trying to reach? And they brought out this. If you stand in front of the mirror, that's who you're trying to reach. You're trying to reach somebody that's just like you, somebody who has the same struggles as you have, somebody who might be looking for particular things, or, you know, where do you like to hang out at? What do you like to do in your spare time? What foods do you like to eat? What restaurants do you like to go to? Where do you want to travel to in life? You know, those type of things, so that and Joyce talked about it, attracting like-minded people. I know that that's like a little tag that we don't want to use that much anymore, but you want to attract people that are like you. Okay, you want to draw the people that are like you to you. And so when you're thinking about who's your target audience, then you want to think about who you are. Okay, because you want to attract people like you and that are seeking the same things like you. You want to prepare and organize. Okay, you want to make sure that you are focused and notes. Katie Stage and Sonia, they have notes, and Sonia taught us how about mind mapping on last week, about a way to have notes. To condense them so you don't have to necessarily write them all out, but there's a system that you can use that will break those notes down, and they're just like, little circles and lines and stuff that will help you to stay focused on whatever you're trying to teach to your audience on your video. So you want to make sure you're prepared and you're organized. Talk about things you are passionate about and you know about, okay? So an example is I'm talking about this tonight, and I talked about it earlier because I'm really passionate about it. I really want to master video marketing. At the same time, I've done some study, I've done some research, I've been on webinars, I've been on trainings so that I'm learning knowledge about how to go about doing videos effectively. And so now I'm able to share it. What is it? You learn, you do, and you teach, okay? So you learn about something, and then you do it, you implement it within your own life, within your own business, and then you teach somebody else. And so that's how you get better at it. And so you want to make sure you do that. You want to make a video that people want to watch, okay? People want to watch the video because you're smiling, you're happy, you're positive, you're upbeat. You don't want to have a mundane kind of voice and, people just tune you out. No, you want to have a video that somebody would like to watch, okay? The length of your video. Depending on what kind of video you're doing, you want to be able to have a length maybe about 3 to 5 minutes. Sometimes it might go over, but you kind of gauge yourself between 3 to 5 minutes. Now, when you're doing a Facebook Live and you're doing some type of training or whatever, that might be a little bit longer because you want to give people a wealth of information, but you don't want to give them too much because then they won't remember it anyway. So keep that in mind. Your basic videos are about 3 to 5 minutes. That's what Mark Harbert really teaches, okay? Important. You want to be real, you want to be authentic, and you don't want to be perfect. And this is something that I have had to work on because I have this thing, I want it to be just right. And I have to get out of that because sometimes you just want to do it. Facebook Live is that platform where you just do it. It is off, it is uncut, it is raw, it is it. I talked about bloopers today. I don't know if anybody goes to a movie and at the end of the movie, they have these bloopers. And so my husband and I just went to see Medea's movie, Boo. And everything was over. The credits were going and everything. And my husband goes, wait a minute, hold on. The bloopers are coming. And so we stayed, and everybody in the audience that was at the movie stayed because they wanted to see the bloopers. The bloopers are funny, okay? The bloopers are where they mess up, where they go to do a line and they can't finish it because they're laughing like crazy or they actually forget the line, And so you want to be just natural. People want you to be raw and uncut. They just want you to be natural with the bloopers and all, because then they feel they can do it too, okay? If we're too perfect, people feel, I can't do it because I'm not good at it. I'll never be able to do it that way. So the bloopers are important. So just be real, be authentic, and don't worry about being perfect. Okay, so how do you package your video? All right, you want to make sure you have good lighting. I've got an extra light over here. I've got my light that's over my kitchen table, and I've got the light over on the other side so that I have some brightness within the room. Now, what I really want to do in my office, we just moved into a house, and when I get my office right, hopefully I can have some kind of background or something that really kind of just pushes me out, not necessarily a white wall, but that's fine for now. But you want to make sure you have enough light around you when you're doing your video. You want to make sure that your audio is good, that people can hear you clearly, okay? And this is what I'm working on. I really am. Katie has tried to really help me and others with this. She said, when you do a video, look at the dot, okay? You want to look, there's a blue dot that's on the top of my computer laptop, and I'm supposed to look right there because now I'm looking like right at my audience. I have a tendency to look down or whatever. I'm looking at the screen. She says, don't look at the screen, Jackie. Look at the dot. And so that takes practice. Sonia is very good at it. When Sonia talks, she's like talking right at you. Right at you. So look at the dot. Look at the dot. And that takes practice. Okay, if you're on Facebook Live, you want to keep repeating what you're talking about, because when people come into Facebook Live, they're coming in at different times. And so you want to keep saying, oh, today I'm talking about blah, 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 so that they can pick up in the conversation and they don't feel like they're lost, okay? They can pick up in the conversation. So keep repeating kind of what you're talking about periodically through your presentation on your video. If you're doing Facebook Live, you also want to encourage people to like, comment, and share. Okay, like, comment, and share on your videos. That's something you want to do on Facebook Live. The key in online marketing is visibility. Okay, the reason why we want to do video, the reason why video is so important, because it gives us visibility. That is our mission, to get out in front of our audience. So keep that in mind. Okay. I just learned this week from a webinar. Well, actually, it was a group that I was on, the Women's Connection, which is phenomenal. Layla Black taught us this concept about doing videos, and she called it the sandwich. She said, think of your videos like a sandwich. You've got the bottom bread, you got the filling, and then you got the top bread. And so she shared that the bottom bread is, you want to make sure you have pattern interruptions. And I'm going to do one right now because my voice is getting dry. So excuse me, give me 1 minute. I really need this. Okay, I'm back. A pattern interruption is when you take the focus actually off of what you're doing, you shift and you do something else, and then you bring your audience back, okay? Katie's great at this. Katie Stage will be talking about something, and then all of a sudden she'll go, oh, the bus just passed me. And she'll be talking about something, she goes, uh-oh, I'm having a squirrel moment. So she actually brings her presentation to a stop with a pattern interruption to basically refocus her audience, because they will follow. What squirrel? What? Oh, I hear the bus. And then they'll come back to what the discussion is. So you want to have pattern interruptions, okay? The bottom bread, you want to ask questions. You want to ask questions at the very beginning of your presentation, okay? Do you wish that you could? Have you ever felt like, start your presentation with a question and then tell your audience what they will learn in that video, okay? Give them a question and then tell them what they're going to learn in your video. Something else Layla taught was switch things up. Many times you start a video and you will say, my name is Pastor Jackie, and I am the network marketer from PastorJackie.com. You know, that kind of thing. Instead of saying who you are and all of that, put that at the end so that your audience then, as they're being engaged and as they're listening to your video, they're going to say, who is this person? Wow, I kind of like what she's saying. I need to find out who this is. Keeps your audience with you. So at the end, you say, this is Pastor Jackie, the network marketer from PastorJackie.com. And you give it at the end. So you switch it up. You don't always put it at the beginning. Let people try to figure out, well, who is this person? I really want to connect with this person. So she talked about that strategy. Okay, building your sandwich, the filling. Okay, you want to give your story and your lesson in the filling. Okay, you're not always going to give your story, but you want to have that as a possibility. Sometimes you might do a video and you're really dealing with your story. Your story is connected to your lesson. Some people will always give a little bit about their story. Okay, this is who I am. Sonia Harris here. That's Sonia. Sonia Harris here. And then she'll talk about, I was in network marketing, or I am in network marketing, and this is, a little bit about me. You want to give your story. That's very, very important. Our mentor, David Reineke, he talked about giving stories, and he was sharing something that Nicholas was sharing about the dips in your story. And so you start out maybe giving people your story, and you're talking about the successes that you have, and then you come back in the story and you say, but even though I have time now, and even though I'm making money now, and even though I have freedom, it wasn't always like that. And so you give that dip in your story, and then you're able to talk about some of the low points that you've had along your journey. Okay, so that people can connect with you and relate to you, because they're going to say, you know what, that's me. I understand what you're saying. I hear you. My story, I hate it. Okay, I hate it bugging my friends and family. All right, to support me in my business. I hate passing out flyers on street corners to people and strangers I don't know. I hated getting kicked out of Target, Walmart, and Costco's because I pretended like I was in there as a customer trying to buy something, but what I was doing was trying to seek out people I can give my card an opportunity to, and then the manager would bust me and I'd get kicked out. I hated doing that. There's going to be somebody who says, you know what, I'm sick of that too. Okay, I've had it with that too. So you want to be able to give your highs, your lows, and then tell people, well, why you're doing what you're doing now, because you hated that and you found a better way. Okay, you want to give your lesson. That's your filling in there, as well as the points that you're going to cover within that lesson. So then you're at the top. You've done the bottom bread, you've got your filling happening, and now you're giving your top bread to your sandwich. It's the call to action, okay? Don't forget to give people a call to action. Tell people what to do next. Connect with me on Facebook, okay? Leave a comment on Facebook. Tell me that some value that you got out of this video. If it's Facebook Live, hey, leave a comment in the thread there. Leave a comment about something you've gotten out of this video. Lead people to do something, okay? Here, connect with me on my blog, PastorJackie.com. Tell people something to do. Click the button below. Those are calls to action. So you want to be able to finish up your video and do a call to action. And then you do a closing. You wrap it all up. One of the techniques that I have learned is that you tell people what you're going to tell them, then you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them, okay? You tell people what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. So you wrap it up. You give a quick synopsis, a quick review of what you basically taught people about or shared on your video. And then don't forget to promote your content. Sonia taught me about this. You repurpose it. You repurpose it, meaning you're going to put it on your fan page. You're going to put it on, if you want to put it on your personal page. You're going to put it on YouTube. You're going to tweet about it. You're going to put something on Instagram. Whatever platforms you're using, you want to get it out there, and you want to repurpose it by putting it on another platform so people will have an opportunity to see it. Okay? So I want to end with this because I think it's really important. How do you deal with the what ifs? Okay, the what ifs. What if nobody likes, comments, or shares on your video? It's happening to me. Sometimes people just don't see it or just don't say anything about it. What if nobody watches your video? That's me. I've had videos. I don't know if anybody else has had videos nobody has watched or said anything about. What if no one shows up on your Facebook Live? I've done that. I did it on purpose. And I had somebody show up. My intention was to do it late at night so nobody would show up. And here comes Chris Myers. I'm like, what are you doing? It's late at night. But what about if nobody shows up on your Facebook Live? What do you do with your what ifs? Well, you keep doing it. You keep making your videos. You will get results if you don't quit. So that's the key here. Don't quit. Okay? It's a struggle sometimes. Sometimes you're wondering if you're making a difference. Sometimes you're wondering if this is ever going to work. But keep going. Keep doing it. Keep making the videos. And you're going to get better as you go because you learn by doing. So that's what I have as far as training on tonight. I know I did it very quickly, but like I said, you can catch the replay of the Hangout. It's on YouTube on the Pastor Jackie Show, and you can take your time and go through that. But that's how you become a video ninja, by some of the points that I've just shared with you. That's how you become a video ninja. And so go out there and crush it and do videos. That's it.
Can I say something?
Yes. I'm going to come out of screen share as soon as I figure out how to do it. Okay. Oh, up here. There we go. Stop share. Okay, I'm back.
Just wondered what you thought the difference was between doing a Facebook Live and doing this, which is live, and doing a Google Hangout, which is live.
Oh,
Yeah, that was my question too. Because this is also live.
I never thought about it. You know, okay, I know what the difference is. I'm among family.
Yeah, you're not alone, but
I'm among family. When you go Facebook Live, it's going out to the world.
Google Hangout is in actual fact, a Facebook Live is going out to your people that you have are friends and followers. So people that you've had some kind of contact with, most probably, although from others. Google Hangout is going out to the world.
It's going out to the world. Thank you for sharing that.
It is literally going out to the world.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I guess. All right. I'm going to move into Facebook Live since I'm already out in the world.
You're already there with your Google Hangouts. You're out in the world.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
You're live. You're live, and you're out in the world with Facebook. And the other thing about Facebook Live as well, even though with either of them anyway, you can take the videos off. But yes, with the Google Hangout on YouTube, any old Tom, Dick, and Harry will be passing by.
Oh boy. Okay.
Any suspect, you'll have a load of suspects.
Thank you very much. Oh, okay. So,
but they might turn into a prospect. Then into a lead.
That's right. That's true. That's true. So I've got to start doing Facebook Lives.
You've got no excuses. Look, you can no longer use the excuse.
I guess not. I didn't.
You can't.
I thought I was among family. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, well, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us on tonight on this Zoom meeting. The ladies in marketing, please pass on that we are here. We're a little bit over on tonight, but you know, sometimes that happens. But I want to thank Joyce for coming on. I want to thank Cindy and Maria and Sonia. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. I really love this space that we have and this community that we are growing. Just pass the word on. And I want to wish everybody, please have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And Sonia, you're good at this. Why don't you take a shot? So everybody smile.
I've already taken the shot. Already taken the shot, but I'll take another.
Take another one. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you could just tag, and we can share and put it on our pages, so we invite people to come. But once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us on Ladies in Marketing. This is really great. I think we got a lot of nuggets on tonight with the book and everything, and you can get the book online through YouTube. So we'll go on to, chapter 7, 8, and 9 for next week, and we meet on Fridays at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And just everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Okay?
One thing, I will definitely make sure I don't pick up any shifts at the jail on Friday.
Okay.
They're going to have to work without me on a Friday.
Well, that's great, Joyce. And so just pass the word on, and I will add Joyce and Cindy into our group, and let's just continue to grow, and let's continue to share with women. Tell them to come on. This is a space for us to share and grow together. God bless everyone, and have a great weekend.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.